Hey buddies, what's up? Welcome to a new video on my channel. This is the second video about the project Sideways, building the engine. So the engine is clean and we're gonna start to install new parts. If you want to keep track on all that, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna build this LS engine and gonna slap that whole powertrain into a drift car. What car it's gonna be? It's gonna be a surprise. We don't know at this stage right now. Alright, clean the engine block. So it's clean now, prepared it so far for the new paint. And we're gonna mask off everything what is supposed to get sealed later on, from what you can see. And then we're gonna paint it in the new color. But for right now, first part going in is a camshaft. It's a brand new camshaft. It's from Texas Speed. So, and the camshaft here, that's a chopacabra. That's what it's called. So we're gonna install this camshaft. So what we're gonna do, we just slide it in here. Yeah, make sure the 3 holes for your timing gear is facing to the front of the engine, so you can install it later on. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, we already put new cam bearings in here, so everything is gonna get renewed and is nice and ready for some power. That's why we're installing a bigger camshaft, because we want to make some extra power. Okay, so we're right about to set the camshaft in. What we're gonna do, we're gonna oil up the joints. Alright. Slide it in there, give it a couple of turns. Oh yeah, that moves over pretty easily. So that's it for the camshaft. Gonna let it sit right there like it is right now. Next step are the bearings. We're gonna install the bearings. So these are the main bearings. So we're gonna install the bearings here, and you have to get the brackets for the upper ones and the crankshaft. So I got all this ready, set it up on my assembly table, and then we're gonna see this again. So we got all the new bearings in. Yeah, important is this bearing. Yeah, because of the this bearing is important, it's special, because you have the sides on the tube. And whenever you install them, make sure the oil holes line up. So all the oil holes going to the bottom, and all the ones without the oil holes going to the top. Okay. Yeah, all the oil holes go in here. So I'm gonna loop that up pretty good too. Now we are about to drop the crankshaft in. Okay, make sure also on the crankshaft that the timing gear is going to the front. That's a happy little crankshaft right there. Okay, so we're gonna loop the top too before we put the main caps on. Give it one more spin. Alright. So a little bit more loop. Yeah, you cannot loop this enough. So I'm telling you, man. Alright, so we got numbers on here. So it's pretty straightforward. Now since we have everything in and it spins nice, we're gonna torque it down. So they're gonna get 15 foot-pounds for this 180 inch-pounds. And I'm just gonna start from the inner to the outside. Okay, so now they get some degrees. So the inner bolts get 80 degrees and the outer ones 51. Let's start with the inner ones too, again. So, just a little bit. It will even out though. No. Okay, so put some sealant under like this. We have to do that to all 10 of them. Torque them down, then the crank is finally in, torque down, sealed, and whatnot all. Alright, since the crank is in, torque down and everything is fine, spins nice. Cam is in, so time for the pistons, right? So, yeah, I cleaned them up already, yeah. It's really important to clean the slots for the piston rings and the oil separator, and yeah, clean this bearing and clean this where the bearing shells are sitting on. Yeah, so that's what it looks like, clean condition, it's alright. So what we're gonna do now, piston rings. I got a new set of piston rings here. It's it's a really good brand, it's pretty much OEM. And what we're gonna do is we put one piston ring in here, basically level it out by just pushing it a little bit down to the piston, just like that. Then we get this gauge here, we find the one we need. So that's basically pretty good. So since there are OEM piston rings, they're pretty much all the same, so I don't have to do any adjustments to the rings. Well, we're gonna have to check all the other cylinders too, or no, you know what we do? I got my measurement tool right quick, and we're gonna measure all the cylinders. If they're all pretty much exactly the same, we're gonna just install all the rings. Or we're gonna check the closest. Oh, let me get the tool right quick. Alright, that should work. So that's a tool you can measure the cylinders with. Yeah, this one is a little bit tighter, I would say, so we're gonna try a piston ring in there for sure. Alright, so it's all exactly the same, except for this one, so I'm gonna see what the ring depth is on this one too. Alright. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit closer. Let's see. That's good. Yeah, that's barely going through, but yeah, we good. So that's all good. So let's switch over to the table where I got the clean pistons already, and let's gonna install the piston rings. Here we got all our pistons. They're all clean and good and numbered. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I'm gonna start installing the piston rings. Okay. So that is the first ring. It's part of the 3-piece oil separator. What you're gonna do is, oh no, that are actually 3 rings. Oh damn it! I'm like, oh, why is it so thick? Oh my god. Okay, we need 2 of these. And 1 of these. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna install this one first. So put it pretty much in the middle of this side here. So this one is closing pretty much in the middle. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna put the bottom ring on there. Just like that. So that's about 1 inch apart. Yeah, that's about 1 inch. And we're gonna get this one on there, 1 inch in the other direction. Alright, oil separator ring is on. So the middle ring or the wave ring is closing here, bottom one here, top one here. So we are all good. Hope you can see it. So next ring is a second ring. The second ring is a special ring because it has a kind of like a groove on there. That's not the second ring. Yeah, this one. Yeah, has kind of like a groove in there. It also has a little dot on there. Dot is going to the top. Alright, so if you want to install this, we're going to use the pliers, piston ring pliers. Yep, that is working great. Fucking shit. Come on. You're on the wrong groove, my friend. This facing this way, this facing this way, and then we put another one, top one in, facing this way. Top one down has a direction. I just face the mile sign, a brand up. Alright, so just wiggle it a little bit. You don't want to set them in a different space. So they all have play, they're all good. So, alright, so that's how it looks like. So now we do all the other pistons. So what we want to do, actually that was stupid to put the piston in. Right, yeah. We got this thing. That's what we need to compress the piston rings. Where's the wrench for it? There it is. Oh, I put it way too big. Okay, let's see. Line it up somehow. Okay, that should work. So dot to the front, slide it in. make sure that it's far away so we don't hit the rod journal yet. And then we need something to push it in. Just push it. Just like that. So first piston is in. Push it down a little bit. Okay. Now we turn around the engine. There's the rod. Okay. So I got it up in position. Everything is looped up. Oh shit, I should clean the crank journal. Just to make sure it's also dust free. Perfect. Right. So now I'm going to put that to the highest point so I can reach it the best. Line up this and the piston. Okay, that looks good. So it's in place. Now I get the cap. Clean it up. Just put the bearing in. Put a little oil on it too. Get the cap back on there. So what we do now, we turn it around again. Plop. Camshaft is moving too. Now we're going to do piston number 2. Basically the same process. Yeah. So make sure when you put it in there, line up the groove. Kind of flush. Put it all the way down. Here we also loop the pinion, make sure it moves free. Loop this, loop that. That's a dream. Okay. Get that thing on there again. Have to loosen it up a little bit. Not that much, damn it. Oh fuck. So we're going to torque them down. They're getting 15 foot-pounds or 180 inch-pounds again. Spin it one time. Just like green, and then actually I have a 10 for a big one. Yes, sir. Then they get some degrees too. 85 on this one. Still spins nice, everything good. Alright, so that was a process on piston 1 and 2. Basically. I know I'm gonna repeat the process for all the other pistons. So we go ahead with 3 and 4 and so on. Alright, so I'm gonna see you again when we got the pistons in. All the pistons are in there, everything is torqued down. So we're gonna spin it a couple times. That looks pretty nice. Yeah. What is a good angle for the camera to see all of them? That would be a good angle. Holy shit. Alright. Alright, the block is ready, crank is in, pistons is in, everything is tied down and everything. So that's the video about the block. And the next step is timing chain and the oil pan. We're going with the low profile oil pan. If you want to keep track on all that, subscribe to the channel and we're going to see us next week. So I got my engine here, sprayed it already with the greaser. But apparently it's too heavy to lift it. So I prepared a bathtub. I already got the drain out so it can drain fine. Okay, so the engine is in the trunk now. And I put a blanket over there. So the trunk is probably not gonna get messy at all. And then all is running down here into the up to the drain. That should work perfectly. Yeah, that worked better than expected. Nice. And the trunk is, yeah, it's a little bit wet. Okay.